Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel RosyReads, and in today's video we will cover the topic of friend function and friend classes. I will explain both the concepts so you get clear understanding of how we can access the private and protected members of a class using friend function and classes. We will also go through detailed examples to make everything crystal clear. So let's get started. So friend function is a function that is not a member of a class, but it can still access the private and protected member of a class where it has been declared. So this is useful when you want a function to interact with a private data of a class without making it a member function. And even though we declared it inside the class, it is not a member function. It is a non-member function. So the friend function does not belong to a class because it's not a member function. It is a non-member function of a class, and we also can't use this pointer in the friend function. Also, as it is not a member of that class, it cannot get inherited. So if there is another class B which is inheriting the class A, then it can't inherit the friend function. That's right. And also it does not participate in polymorphism. So this is the features of a friend function. It does not belong to a class, it does not have this pointer, it does not get inherited, and it does not participate in polymorphism. So let's move on to the example. You can see this is a class A and this is a private variable X, and in public we have one constructor and one friend function. So we declare the friend function inside the class, but we don't write the implementation here. We write implementation in the outside the class. So outside class we write the implementation of a show, and we are passing the object, and through that object we are accessing the value of X. In int main we created an object of A and we passed the value 10 in it, and using this we are assigning 10 to the X, right? Now we have to access this value, we have to show this value, so we are calling the function show, and we are passing the object A here, and using that object we are accessing that value, right? We don't call this as A dot show. We call the friend function normally, like we call normal function. So this is about the friend function. So we declared using the friend keyword inside the class, and we not call using the object, we call it like a normal member function, and it can access the private and protected member directly. So this is a friend function. So now let's talk about the friend class. So friend class works similarly, but instead of a single function, the entire class is given permission to access the private and protected member of the another class. For example, if A is declares the class B has a friend function, then all the function inside this class can access the private and protected member. Here you can see in the example, we declare a class has a friend inside that class. It means all the member function of that class can access the private member, that is X here. We created here a show, and it can accessing the private member of A. So it is a friend class. and we declared it with the friend keyword. We declared the class friend class keyword inside the class. It is useful when two classes need to work very closely and share the private data. And still friendship is not mutual. A class B can access the A, but A class cannot access B unless B is declared A has a friend, right? So let's see one example here. Suppose there is a school. School have two private data mark in attendance, and the principal is a member function of that class school, and the principal can access both the private datas. And suppose you want to generate a report card, but it can't be the member function of the school. So what you will do, you will declare it as the friend function, and using that friend function you will access the marks in attendance, right? So that's it for the today video. I hope you now have a clear understanding of friend function and friend classes in C++. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Rosy Reads for more C++ tutorials and videos. See you in the next video.